What's going on, everybody out there on crypto? You're here with the Crypto Lifer, and today just want to go over a bunch of different things that are going on in the news. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're feeling good on this awesome Thursday. What is it? January 9th, the 9th of the month. She's a beauty, that number 9. Tell you guys. Sorry for the noise. Doing some construction all around me all the time lately, but let's get into the news. Let's get into what I'm thinking about. Trade of the day, something that I'm watching, something that I'm closely looking at, and that is Tezos. Now, if you see these white lines, I drew these probably 2 months ago. So I take, previous price action and basically go from the left and come to the front. That's the first thing I do is I'll look at a chart and I'll just bang out these white lines. They help me show resistance and support. Now, they actually rang true a lot because other people are drawing these lines. I could even throw a line in right here. So why I'm talking about Tezos even before Bitcoin, it's just because it's on my mind. I'm looking at it and I'm getting to see this rounded bottom. Okay, we can put it into that rounding tool if we'd like, and we could check out. It's got a nice rounded bottom here. So, and you can see it fitting right in there, pretty nice. That's building a cup and handle. It built one kind of in here, in a way, but it cupped, and look what it did. It kind of cupped here again. I feel like it's running into the same situation. I'm going to clear out my previous, want to clear out all my lines and just kind of start fresh. But I don't like to do that, but I do like to do that, It's like I'm like want to keep those old lines. But what's going on, everybody out there? Sorry if anyone got a little butthurt by what's going on in the other channel, but you know what? Keep your head up. Things happen for whatever reason, and I found also too I had to take some time off of trading. I wasn't buying the breakouts. Things weren't working perfectly for me for whatever reason, and I was putting a lot of effort in and a lot of time, and that was getting annoying and it hurt. So I blame myself, though. You know what? I always blame myself, those old lines. But what's going on? By blaming yourself, you'll always find better resources to then better your own life. So you don't want to blame other people. But hit me up in the chat right here, man. If you guys want to talk, I see some new people here today. Really appreciate that. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know if there's a coin you want to go over. But let's finish what I'm talking about and why I'm talking about this Tezos. So let's throw a fib on this so we can see where we are in the retracements, right? Nicely in the golden pocket. So it's kind of, if you're buying in the 618 to the 0.5, you're doing something right already. You're playing with the odds, you're doing the right thing. So this looked like a nice buy zone, honestly. This area here is a cool little buy zone. See if we have any other patterns at play. And we have the huge wedge here. You can see that we're kind of, in my opinion, we were breaking out of. It's not a massive vertical break, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Yeah. So we come out of this falling wedge. What is it? If you know your charts and your patterns, it's a 68% chance of a break to the upside. Let's look at our target. I like to take kind of the length of this pole when it's in a downtrend like that. So we're looking at, wow, it hits that white line almost exactly back at the top at 180. If we're sitting in there and we get in, we do have to watch Bitcoin very, very closely, extremely closely. But I like to poise that. It's a 33% gain. If we can get 4 to 8% out of this move, then we did a good job, guys. Strange that it's sitting here at 135 even. It's kind of almost like, did the crypto world just come to a halt? The numbers, I guess it just stuck. It's stuck at that moment in time, huh? Pretty weird. You don't see that a lot, like an even number just sitting there. We're coming up on the RSI. I like where it's sitting, kind of retracing a little bit. It's also in its own little bit of a falling wedge, so that will break out as well. I've just, coming up on the MACD, though, we do look like we'll have a little more, and it's ending that green histogram, and we're coming into the red. So maybe we'll dip again. What I think is going to happen is we're going to stay in this range here. It's kind of like a flag in a way. So I say we're going to come back down. That's going to reset the, so we'll come back down. come back down. So now your new buy zone is if it cuts back into the green zone, it'd be a good spot to get into. Because look, we hit. That's almost an inverted head and shoulders. As you guys can see, look, you got the head, a shoulder, and a shoulder. It could be a complex head and shoulders, but it's there. I see it. And if I see it, someone else sees it. So nothing's really wrong. It's how you play things. It's how you look at it, honestly, all the time. So remember that too as you learn and you begin to chart. Now look, we're looking at the 21-day moving average crossing the higher moving averages. It's happening right there. When's the last time we saw that happening? It was right here. It began a nice run. Again, right here, began a nice run. Then it showed support, and it was bouncing a lot in this area here. So you can see this zone here. If we even go back into this, you can see there was a lot of buying and selling in this area. A lot of buying and selling back here again. It shows that we have strong support. If we put this line here, we have strong support in the 114, even strong support here at 120, and really strong support here at 125, 124.50. If you could ever get back into 124.50, it would be great. I'm just honing in on this. I think it's time that it's going to make another move. It's it went through its downturn December 13th. Look, it's just been slowly on the grind, and now we are seeing a change in momentum. We have a clear uptrend forming here. So yeah, that's why I'm looking at Tezos right now. I would wait for this. Basically, if I were to play this, I'm on the 4-hour. I'm waiting for this MACD to turn, waiting for this to reset, come back down. I'm waiting for this to come back down to the trend line here. And I would be getting in around 130. My buy zone is basically this whole area, but my more temp buy zone, if I can, what I'll do is I'll throw a blue rotated rectangle triangle in there. But this is my temp buy zone here, in this area here. And why? Because it's the bottom of the trend line, very small area, bottom of the trend line of this forming, kind of a bull flag here that's forming. We have a temp target of that bull flag. We're just trying to play this mini triangle here if we break out to the upside at 142. Okay, which still, if you were to play that bottom as we get up into this zone here and you get up, looking at a 4.5% gain. And I think the risk versus reward is pretty good, and I think you're gonna have a nice move there. I think it's something worth looking at on my radar. Next up, I'm looking at just Monero. I'm a huge supporter of Monero. Let's look at it on the grand scheme of things here. Really had a hard time coming back down, but now it's breaking back up on the 4-hour. Just made a 30% gain in the last 6 days, and now it is in that rising wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. So we could see it reset. What I do like seeing here is the 21 just booming up and creating support here as well. So this is something definitely to look at. If this breaks out of the falling wedge, of the rising wedge, that becomes a parabolic move. And we saw that twice in the last month. I saw this happen twice now. What had happened with Matic, and it also, I believe it happened with Tezos. So yeah, just look for this. It's actually in the it's in the aggressive buy zone right now. Extremely aggressive. Like, it's almost not worth playing because, like, if we go back to the last pattern, Tezos is in a far better place, right? Like, why don't you start at the bottom, then try to fight what may, like basically look at this. If we look at this right here, you could kind of, it's not perfect, but see this rising. You could equate this to where we are right now with Monero. So, just take that with a grain of salt. Think about it. It could be something or it could be nothing, but just something to look at. Monero could be going parabolic. So just if it happens, you can say, well, Crypto Life or at least was looking at it. It was on his radar. And yeah. Shout out to Jacob Canfield. Love Jacob. Put out a really good video today. I like his topics. I like, he's an introspective man with a great mind. Just by his funny tweets and the way he jokes around, you can see that he's always using his intellect in some way, shape, or form. Fun to joke around. I really love his tweets, and he puts a lot into his tweeting. I actually wish I could put as much effort as he puts into tweeting. Like, he almost puts more effort into tweeting than I do into trading. No, but not jokes aside, but he puts a lot of effort into trading, into tweeting, man. And his tweets are funny. He puts out like 10 tweets a day, and they're pretty insightful and interesting. Let's look at the big beast of the day. The big beast, the big guy, Bitcoin. Now, I was in a trade at 79.84, and if you can believe it, I didn't get stopped out. It went to 79.48, it says it hit. Yo, I was $2 away from a stop out. What I do see here is, look, I'm going to make the RSI really big so we can see it on its own. And I'm going to draw you a line here so you can really see that this line is lower than that line, okay? There's our dip. There's another dip, okay? We'll go back to the bigger chart here. Then we have our dip matching this dip here. You can see I'm not playing games, right? And if we match it to this dip right here, you can see that that is hidden bullish divergence, okay? Meaning that the trend will continue. I play this a lot. It's kind of the only pattern that I really trust a lot. You know, like when I see it, it lets me down like maybe 2-3 out of 10 times, depending. So I've played it a lot. I've used it on my own accord, and it's played out well for me. So check out the Bitcoin right now. I'm in a large position at $2,500 and around at like 78.40. So I'm basically in like a $2,600 position that is built in two ways. One at like 7,300 for like $600-700, and the remainder of that balance is at 78.40. Somehow did not get stopped out. Should have sold yesterday at 8,400. The gains weren't big, but they're up like 120 bucks. I was in between two things, and the day was getting crazy. But yeah. Another thing is I have another channel called Remote Chief. If you ever want to go to the Remote Chief channel, check me out. And I just want to plug myself real quick because here we go. Remote Chief. The Chief, man. Because I'm going to be going to CES. Yeah. I'll be in Las Vegas a couple days, and I'll be going over drones and some new tech. I'm also going to find out what I can about crypto. I mean, there's got to be some connection to the crypto world there at CES. But this is one of the first channels I ever started. And check it out. Yeah. Got my Bitcoin shirt on today. You guys can see I'm representing. Got my gold on, man. Gold doing well. It did retrace, though. If we take a look at gold, I want to throw that in the mix. So what I think for Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's going to keep going up due to the hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart. I think we're going to see some movement here. And look, we're ending the end of this down histogram. Like, it's going to end up turning here. This is rounding. This could turn white. And yeah, honestly, I don't normally do this. It's very rare for me to say this because I'm not always, feeling money, but I would make a buy. And this is not financial advice. Do whatever you like to do. I'll be tweeting what I'm doing, so you can follow me at CryptoLifer33, at CryptoLifer33. So if you make this buy, you can tweet me. You can send a comment in at any moment, and I will get back to you, and I'll let you know what's going on. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm not bombarded, so you can become my first priority. Let me help you. You can help me, and we together as a group, we can learn and we can grow. And that's what Crypto Life is all about. Other channels are like trying to reel you in. I'm really not selling anything. I may do an affiliate link here and there for things that I really like. Help me grow the channel, help me eat, get some food, stuff like that. Things just to make sense for me as a business person doing YouTube. But I'm not going to no one's ever going to come to me and say, hey, will you just talk about this coin? I'll give you this much money. And if I don't know about the coin, I don't like the coin. Like, I never pushed Hex. You can go through my record here on YouTube. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the love. And I know that if I do real loyal work to my subscribers, that the love will take care of me. And I truly believe that love will come. Money is basically a way to take care of you. And I don't want to look at it as a material thing. So I really believe the love will take care of me. And if money is the way that happens, then that's how it will work. Because, the other day I was doing a live stream going real hard, and someone sent me $5 to my Brave browser. And they also sent me $5 in XRP. And I couldn't believe it, First time I ever got $10 in a live stream. So it was really awesome. Anyone in the comment section, let me know, man, if there's a coin. If you're watching and you're here, let me know. Really want to go over what's going on. And I like when someone throws me a curveball, something I'm not really into. Looking at Atom, actually. Atom's actually in a sweet spot. I've been seeing, see here, look. We bounced here. We bounced here. We bounced there. We're in a falling wedge. We are in a bigger pattern, which is a rising wedge, right? But what it also is, look, it's in a rounded bottom. Double bottom, really. So it's coming out of that. This could keep coming. It's in an uptrend. The trend's your friend until it's not. So it is in an uptrend. You can see this. It's tend to where the trend line tends to bounce off of. We have support there. Little support there, support there, support there. It is the fourth time it's hitting the door. It's really going to hold. If it doesn't, I think we come back down into this area, and that would be a nice accumulation possibly. Hasn't retraced a lot if you look at it, but it could still be going on its way up as well. There's 19% gains here if it can make it back up to the bottom of, if it's in, see this trend line that it's in. And I think as it gets smaller, it will. So this is something to look at too. I encourage someone to think about possibly making a buy here, aggressive buy in this zone, with a very shrewd stop loss, so you don't lose a lot. And then if you feel the need, maybe re-enter into 350 if it goes back down there. Next stop again, as you can see here, is in the 290 range. So it has some pretty clear areas of support and resistance that are very hard. It has some little ones in the middle too, but you can see how hard these were. Like it bounced, 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 bounced. Wow. I like this in the 4 hour. It has some really established areas of buying and selling. Not all coins have it that like well laid out. So this is an interesting coin to look at. Atom. Check out Atom. So we did Bitcoin. We did my trade of the day, which is Tezos. We talked about Monero, and now XRP, man. What do I think is going to happen with XRP? Had that huge pump because it was on the futures market. Look at that. Boom, right? Now it's retracing. 68% chance of a break to the upside. But you are playing reversal patterns, so it could keep going down. Here is that huge, huge wall. As you can see, we hit it, 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 we broke through. It's going to be huge when we get to 19.8 here, 19.86. That's going to be a huge, huge level that I'm going to be watching. I wouldn't touch this until it either bounces off that level or it breaks through that level. Could be a good place to short. If we break through there, then look, we're going to definitely go to 18.5. So you're going to get your cent out of that move. Not a huge move, but you can leverage that. I mean, down 7%. It's pretty good for me. That could be a possible short right there. It's very, very probable and could work out. If it doesn't, because it's either going to bounce off this or it's not. And if it doesn't bounce off this, it's going to go to that next level of support here at 18. So that's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. I also think the RSI can drain itself down a little more. And by that time, it will be here. It'll be super oversold. You'll get out of your short. It'll be time to get in to buy. So here's the short. Here's the buy zone. Here back at 18 cents. Will it retrace again? Not looking good for XRP. It's just in a horrible downtrend. I have a bag of it. That when I say that, it hurts inside deep. But it is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie to myself. So there it is. Bitcoin did surpass USD 20K, but brace yourselves for a surprise, BitPay CCO. As every year, be prepared that something unforeseen could happen in 2020. Also, fueling another Bitcoin rally, Sunny Singh, Chief Commercial Officer of the major crypto payment processor BitPay, reminded. In either case, he estimates that Bitcoin will rise above the USD $20,000 this year. A lot of people think it's going to be because of the halving, but I think that's already factored in a lot. Bitcoin again goes up high when unforeseen things happen. Last year, the catalyst behind that was Libra happening with Facebook, he said in an interview with Bloomberg. According to Singh, China, Russia, India could legalize Bitcoin, or some new Facebook-level companies will enter the crypto industry, and the American government could do something unforeseen that could push Bitcoin price fast and far. Going into further detail on these unforeseen incidences, Singh also used the Iranian situation as an example. Anytime you have an unforeseen circumstance, like the Iranian incident that happened a couple days ago, that adds some new buyers to the market, and that really drives the market to be up 20% in 2 days. And he's right, and there's a lot going on. Let's just check out gold real quick as a caveat to that, actually, the idea. Always have gold on the till here. We got the Dow up 180 points, about to crack 29,000. I mean, I was showing someone this the other day. If this doesn't kind of get you a little freaked out, if I go to the weekly here and I look at the Dow Jones, this is January of 1999, okay? This was the dot-com bubble, when the dot-com bubble burst. And we lost about 32% of the Dow right here, okay? Then we reset. It was 2003, 2001, right, area, and we began to grow our economy again. And things started to balance up. And we had the manipulating, we had quantitative easing, and we had the Fed interest rates, and we raised up. And here is the worst financial collapse since the Depression, right? Technically, right? The '08 collapse. Boom. The Dow lost 56% of its value, okay? So here is the dot-com bubble. Here is the '08 crash. Here we are now. If that, and everyone said Bitcoin's going parabolic. When the chart of Bitcoin was like this, every analysis on CNBC or MSNBC or Bloomberg was saying, this is unrealistic, this is a bubble, you can't have this anymore. And now look what we have in the US stock market. I mean, it's, if you don't see a vertical parabolic move here, it's insane. Had you just played the Dow Jones in 1990, right? Say your grandpa gave you $1 million in 1990 and you just put it in the Dow Jones, right? You'd be up 1,700% right now. Be sitting on, you know, a nice chunk of change, right? 100% would be another mil, right? So 2 mil. Well, so you're looking at what, $17 million on $1 million. Amazing. Almost 20x gains, right? 17x gains. And that's in, you know, 30 short years. Nowhere else could you have done that. Look at the Dow all in the past before that, right? There was moves. Let's just see, here's some other moves. Like, let's just try to be hypothetical here. Here's some other moves. You get in 1932 and you get out in 1987. So you get a hold for 50 years to get 250%. So you can just see what quantitative easing is doing right here. I'm breaking it down for you right here, crystal clear. So because a lot of people think I'm reading conspiracy books and I'm just getting deep into stuff. No, like, I'm looking at the facts. I'm actually spending a lot of time analyzing what's actually happening. Let's check gold out. That was the point here. 1546. Sad that it's retracing that bad. Thought we would hold that 1600 level. I hope no one bought there. Honestly, we were looking at a retrace anyway. That just catalyst was just an action boom up. It made us break out of the falling wedge though, which is cool. Do we come back and retrace this? It's interesting to see. Let's look at gold in the 4-hour. And why I play gold, I know this is crypto lifer, but I believe gold and crypto are somewhat correlated in the way they're uncorrelated to other assets. They may not even be correlated together completely, but they're uncorrelated to other assets. And that way, they both are indicators of each other in a way. They can also express to me liquidity, where people are going, and also the more people that hedge themselves into gold, to me, is an open-minded indicator of people that are willing to hedge themselves into Bitcoin at another time. So just something to think about when you're investing. Here we are in a range. We're range bound. What I do see here, which is really good on gold, is we have hidden bullish divergence. Okay, we have a dip here, which is marked by this dip here, and if we go to this dip here, so you know what? To me, that tells me that we could be in a buy zone. We're also bouncing here off the 50-day moving average. The 21 is curving. I don't like to see that. If these converge, we could see a little more downside. Let's see where our other areas of support are for gold. We're there. We're there. We're there. So yeah, not a lot of support in this area at the moment. We have this zone there, and we got this zone here. So you can see it has bounced in this range before, back in 2019 of May. It's coming back into these areas. I think we'll bounce off of 1530 here if we get that low. There's a chance though that this is it, and we could see a move back up into the channel. What I'm thinking, and again, you never know, it's not financial advice, but what I'm thinking could occur, something like this. you know, and then a bigger retracement. Like once that, you look at that on a larger scale, right? And then like a bigger retracement back down. So like we creep up to 1630, 1640, you know, we make new highs, we get everyone kind of more excited, we break back down, and then the new bottom will become 1550. 1460 I feel at the lowest at one point. So yeah, so if you're trading gold, definitely worth looking at. Might be worth getting down on JNUG now. It had some retracement, it's broken through, it's doing the very similar thing as gold, bouncing off the 50-day moving average. So something to think about. Monero flips Tron, Cardano, and Tezos and breaks into the top 10. After jumping by 27% in a week, Monero, the most popular privacy coin, has broken into the list of the 10 largest coins. The 10 largest coin with a market capitalization of more than USD 1 billion has now surpassed networks such as Cardano, Tron, Tezos, and Stellar. It's still, a week ago, it was the 16th coin. I love Monero. I've been a fan of Monero for a long time. I even just liked the colors that they used when they first came out. It attracted me. I liked the look of it. I'm running a full node here on my computer. You can see I have a GUI wallet. I downloaded the entire daemon. I have the Monero daemon. I have the entire blockchain, and yeah, so I'm a supporter of Monero and I love it, and I suggest you do the same. Have some Monero. You know, if you're really a freedom fighter, if you're truly about this crypto life, you should have some Monero. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Crypto Right has Satoshi Nakamoto scholarship named after him by a Bitcoin association. Dr. Craig Stephen Wright keeps insisting that he is the real Bitcoin inventor. Satoshi Nakamoto, and this story is taking another curious turn, which some may consider also ridiculous. The Bitcoin Association has set up a Satoshi Nakamoto scholarship named in honor of Craig Wright. Named after Bitcoin's creator, aka Dr. Craig S. Wright, the scholarship supports study and technological development of real-world blockchain applications, made possible by Bitcoin's original design. I guess I don't need these headphones. It's nice to hear what you guys are hearing, so I know what's going on. Like if I get closer to the mic, I can hear the sound. But it's also nice to be free, man. You know, see what's going on here. Self-proclaims, is he or isn't he? Let me guys know in the section below. Does anyone truly believe it? No one believes it, but is there a chance that he really is? Like, why isn't it that he can't be? You know, I'm open-minded to believe that he is or isn't. I've never dabbled into the facts. Most people that have claim that he isn't, and I believe them because I'm into like the YouTube community, and there's a lot of people that I follow that I trust, and you know, and they all hate on it, but who knows? 99% of Ethereum, Litecoin, and EOS volume is likely fake. A new report casting doubts on the legitimacy of top Bitcoin rivals' trade data, faking 99% of their Ethereum, Litecoin, and EOS trade volumes. The Japan-based cryptocurrency analysis noted the degree of fake volume in altcoins appeared more severe than one in Bitcoin. The study followed impressive price rallies in the altcoin market. Ethereum, whose token Ether remains the second leading cryptocurrency by market cap, climbed 20% after bottoming out at 116 last December. EOS 2 surged by 26%, while Litecoin was up 25%. But according to Mr. Higashi, traders may also have been taking cues from the altcoin trade volumes before opening their bullish positions. Volumes remain one of the major breakout indicators. In other words, tracking reported trading volumes might give you a wrong impression and can inflate expectations for altcoins. Bitcoin domination higher than reported. That claims were up. So they're saying that maybe Bitcoin actually has more market cap than they say it does, and that the balance is even higher. And I'd be willing to believe that. China's dominance, bringing stablecoin into the report, further revealed China's shocking control over Bitcoin trades. Mr. Higashi claimed that the region hosted more than half the cryptocurrency's fiat-enabled trades. That included a troubling amount of trades for/against USDT, a controversial stablecoin. China's trade war rival, the United States, controlled just 20% of Bitcoin's net market share, followed by Japan and Europe, which had access to only 10 and 5% respectively. U.S. regulators have practiced a cautious approach, legitimizing cryptocurrency investments for retail and institutional traders. Do what you like. You know, you can follow John Clayton all the way to the moon if you want, wherever he's going. North Korean hackers now using Telegram to steal crypto. A cybersecurity firm has warned cryptocurrency users to expect more attacks from North Korea as its hackers develop enhanced capabilities to develop malware through popular messaging app Telegram. Moscow-based Capture Labs have been analyzing new attacks from the Lazarus Group, a cybercrime group with its links to North Korea, to determine how techniques have developed since Apple Jesus attack on several cryptocurrency exchanges in 2018. One case study involved what appears to be a software update for a fake cryptocurrency wallet that once downloaded begins to transmit user data over to the hackers. Another example involved creating a backdoor for your Mac software that bypassed security mechanisms without the computer ever being aware it was under attack. A seemingly new attack vector has been able to deliver malware through the Telegram messaging app. Researchers found some victims' computers had downloaded a manipulated software with embedded malware that would send sensitive data to hackers without them being aware. I actually had a scare. I was just getting into 3 commas, and then they say, go to the 3 commas Telegram. It's great. And I went on it, and someone was like, oh, here, I'm a 3 commas representative. How may I help you? What's your username? And I gave them my username, and then I found out that they were scamming me. I got really upset. So you got to be really careful. The Lazarus Group is on the U.S. sanctions list in 2009, meaning that any financial institution dealing with them will be taken down, and they'll face sanctions. Virgil Griffiths was indicted by the U.S. authorities. This week, Ethereum developer Virgil Griffiths was indicted by U.S. authorities for speaking at a conference in North Korea. Oh, that was crazy. I don't think he's going to be... I think things will go okay with that. But I would like to actually see what's going on with that. Tron DApp totally surpasses EOS for the first time. It has 668 dApps over EOS's 668. I see more people using Tron dApps, though, on the regular. And Tokenaire and all these other people like, Trevon James, he's back up in the mix and he's in Tron app. I don't know. I mean, he did get caught up in BitConnect. I don't mind the guy. I think he does his thing on YouTube, and he is who he is. So there. I've said my piece. XRP will never cost a fortune, crypto trader says, but community thinks otherwise. While many individuals in the Ripple community hope the day when the XRP price will skyrocket is approaching with every new breath, there are those who believe that this will never happen. Crypto trader BTC Macros tweeted that those who dream of waking up rich one day holding 1 XRP are greatly wrong. While $10,000 is not a problem for Bitcoin, as everyone has already seen it a few times, this crypto expert states that despite all the milestones that Ripple has achieved or will achieve, XRP will never be worth the same as Bitcoin on its way up. It seems that the trader is choosing an exaggerated XRP price for those retail investors who put too much faith in their XRP holdings. If you think that 1 XRP will be worth 10K in one day, then the best part of you definitely ran down your mother's legs. Wow. Look how your volume started to ramp up at the recent lows. Classic accumulation before liftoff. I guess. I mean, yeah. XRP liquidity is about to hit an all-time high. Recent reports are showing that two online liquidity corridors set up by Ripple's partner MoneyGram in Mexico and the Philippines are to receive a new all-time high. I mean, MoneyGram's killing it. I don't understand why their stock isn't killing it. Doesn't make any sense. But I think all will come to fruition soon. Major Ripple's partner on the brink of a major expansion. As reported Tuesday, Ripple's biggest partner, Siam Commercial Bank, SCB in Thailand, the biggest bank in the country, intends to expand into 4 other local markets, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Myanmar, and bring the Ripple's technology along to those locations, providing extra liquidity for XRP. It's about banking the unbanked, people. This is it. I don't know if you ever go to the poor areas, you see the MoneyGrams, you see the check cashing places. Like, I've probably cashed a check in one of those places like 2 or 3 times in my life, and I'm not, I'm blessed. I had parents who worked middle class jobs, and I don't know what that's like. But MoneyGram and sending money around the world and having, even if you're not poor, even if you have money and you just need to send money to different places in the world where people don't have access to banks and it's a lot harder, sending XRP to a friend takes literally a half a second. So Bitcoin dip continues after Trump derails Iran fears. Still bullish. All is well. What happened? Investors hold their bias on their risk in the market is also the view that Trump will not enter a war in an election year. The further weakened sentiments in haven markets, all of which were already nearing their exhaustive buy-off levels. Bitcoin as well tested a crucial resistant level before pulling back lower. It's true though, we hit that 8,500, man. It was cool to see that we got up there again. But follow me here at Remote Chief too. Check me out. I'm going to be going to CES. See me in Las Vegas. I'll be streaming live from my hotel room tomorrow morning when I get into this stream. But here we have hidden bullish divergence here on the gold ETF as well. If we can get that, yeah, we do. We really do. Interesting events here. Might be a chance to get to JNUG. JNUG is a buy today, in my opinion. It's just something I'm seeing. Little buy zone right here. Why? Just because I see the hidden bullish divergence. And what is hidden bullish divergence? It's when an oscillator or an indicator runs differently than the price action. So here we clearly see, if this keeps going and makes a dip, we see a downtrend. But if we link up to the same exact lows in this low, we have an uptrend. This is what's called hidden bullish divergence, and almost 80 to 90% of the time I see that the trend will continue. The trend could keep coming down though. Basically all this low has to do is not go as low as that low. So it could even come down into here, into the $65 range. This is very possible. We do see we have heavy resistance here that is now new support. This could create our new bottom, this area here at 70. I'd be looking to accumulate JNUG between 70 and 72 right now. Looking like a good place to get in. But yeah, let's get back. One last thing, let's just check on Bitcoin. We'll look at the prices, and then I'm going to head on out. I got so much stuff going on today, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So remember, we went over Tezos. I think it's in a good spot. I think it's nice time to accumulate. We also talked about Atom, and I think Atom is in a good spot as well. Both kind of in similar situations. Tezos in a better situation because it's more here in this bottom area where it's beginning an uptrend again. But it's up to you how you want to play these. I'm just letting you see them. FET is in a long run down here, and it seems to be kind of wanting to break out. So FET's worth looking at. I've traded FET a lot. It has a lot of people knowing about it. When it pops, it pops. It tends to follow its patterns pretty well. Look at the last time it was in a downtrend of the such. So if we could take this pattern here, pick it up, put it on top. I don't know exactly how to do that. I could do, you know what I could do, which is kind of nuts that I've never done. But why not just for this, for fun, right? Let's do this for fun. But it's kind of like this, right? If I just, you guys will see what I'm doing in a second, but I took the skeleton of that, right? And if I put it up here and I, elongate it, I mean, what happened after that? So, you can almost say that this hump is this hump, and that up will be this up here. Yeah, just looking at fetch, did a double bottom here on the RSI, pretty nice. You can see that come back up into this zone. So it is making its bounce too. It's starting to do its thing. It breaks through that 21-day moving average and it keeps moving up. Then you see this curl up and the moving averages start turning, just like we saw right here. Just like right here. So I think we're in a similar place that we were right there. That's just my opinion. Worth looking at. Bitcoin falling down. Sad. Looks like I'm going to get stopped out now at break even, which is just, no trade lost, no trade won. But we do have the hidden bullish divergence, so I think we could keep coming down. I mean, we could just be holding this range hard though. Really like 78.50 for whatever reason. That was like the real hard range of resistance and support here. This area here between 77.60 and 78.80. So look for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Any last suggestions or comments, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions. If I end the stream and you were watching and you had something you want to say, hit me up on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. You also go to my Instagram at CryptoLifer33 or SamPrice_ the remote chief. But let me know how you're having a good day. Hit me up. Questions, comments, concerns. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I'm going live again. And have a nice day, guys. Be safe.